Welcome back to Statesman.com and another edition of the High School Blitz. I'm Danny Davis. This is Rick Cantu. Rick, it's week 10. We have reached the double digits. Time is flying by, and let's preview 4 games. We're going to start at Nelson Field on Thursday night. We got Cedar Creek, we got Reagan, 2 teams. Reagan's pretty much in the playoffs by now, but Cedar Creek wants to get in. Who's going to win this District 26 5A matchup?
Well, Reagan is another team that's really improved over last year. One of the reasons, obviously, is the man you saw last week. Mulba Carr is now the all-time leading rusher in Austin ISD history. He had more than 100 yards last week, and defense has been clamping down on him all year, but he still winds up over 100. I'm going to take Reagan in a close game.
Mulba Carr is a great running back, but I want to talk about Mulba Carr, the linebacker for Reagan. Reagan's in District 5 district games, 8.7 points allowed per game, and that includes the LBJ game, where they gave it 30, but that was still a pretty respectable showing against the LBJ team. 2 shutouts in that stretch. Nick Lebo, their defensive coordinator, has done a great job with this Reagan team. They forced 11 turnovers in district play, and I just think they're going to be able to clamp down on Cedar Creek. Cedar Creek's only scored 30 points in the last 2 weeks, and I think Reagan gets this victory. Let's move to Friday, Cedar Ridge Hendrickson. I'm going to head over to Hawk Stadium, 7 o'clock. 2 teams that are fighting for that 13-6A crown. We like both these teams, but which one do you like a little bit more?
I'm going to take Cedar Ridge. They've been at it all year long. They've only got the 1 loss to Round Rock. If they win this game, there's going to be a probable 3-way tie in the district. I like their quarterback, Garrett Sharp. He's a really good dual quarterback. 125 yards rushing, 161 passing just last week. I just like them from the get-go.
Both these teams, they're playing good on defense. I just like Hendrickson a little bit more. They've won 22 of their last 24 district games. 3 of those wins have been against Cedar Ridge. And DJ Jackson, he's a sophomore that's just kind of come on the scene this year, 4 straight 100-yard games. And if he can't get it done, they have Lawrence Hill, Trent Howard, quarterback Carrington Kearney, 4 really good rushing options. And I just think Hendrickson is going to extend that lead in the district standings. Bowie and Lake Travis. Bowie is 7-1 this season. Lake Travis, as we know, is 8-0. Bowie has not had a lot of success in this game this past couple of years. Last year was 64-7. The year before was 43-0. But will they upset Lake Travis? A Lake Travis team that has some injuries, needs to find a new running back with Abe Willows out. Can Bowie pull the upset?
I'm going to say no. Short answer is no, even though I like Brandon Ramos as their quarterback, 4 touchdown passes last week. But I saw Lake Travis last week, and they've got it going on defense. They've got it going on offense. And Charlie Brewer really stepped up at quarterback. That was his first big game as a starting quarterback in high school. And I just don't see anybody slowing down Lake Travis until maybe the playoffs.
Yeah, I really like what I really like what Bowie's done with their quarterback situation with Brandon Ramos and Matthew Wheeler stepping up. Josh Wainwright, maybe actually the best wide receiver in the district, but this is Lake Travis's last 5 games on defense. 0 points, 0 points, 3 points, 0 points, 14 points. That defense is not going to let up points, and I think Lake Travis can score at least 21, so I'm going to go with the Cavaliers in this one. Final game, Dripping Springs Georgetown over at the Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex, 7:30 kick. Loser is probably in a lot of trouble when it comes to the playoff picture. Who do you think is going to win this one?
I'm going to pick Georgetown. I like their quarterback, Chandler Herman. 317 yards passing last week against Dripping Springs. I just think that after last year not making the playoffs, they're going to be fighting for their lives. I think they're going to squeak through.
I'm going to go with Dripping Springs. They've lost 2 straight, but those 2 straight losses were to Vista Ridge Vandergrift, 2 state-ranked teams, and Dripping Springs actually held a second-half lead in both those games. Reese Johnson, the quarterback, Bobby Credeer, the running back, number 8 and number 2 in your program. Watch out for them. They're the number 1 and number 2 options with that Dripping Springs rushing attack. Both had over 100 yards last week against Vandergrift, and Johnson actually accounted for 5 touchdowns and a 5-point loss. So I think Georgetown's going to get a very heavy dose of those 2, and I think Dripping Springs is going to squeak by in a game that should be actually pretty fun to watch.
Absolutely.
All right, those are the preview for the Week 10. Be sure to check out statesman.com to see how good or how bad we did, and we'll see you next week.